Deregulation and erasing debt aren't the same thing. What is it when the government bails out big banks? If not something even further than fucking erasing debt, by the way. Also, who gives a fuck about debt, dumbass? What are you talking about? Why is that debt there to begin with? There should be no student loan debts, okay? There should be none. It's psychotic. It is a complete fucking it's a complete failure in the wealthiest nation on earth that in order for the working class to become more productive members of society, in order for the working class to literally be competitive in the global labor marketplace, you saddle yourself with hundreds of thousands of dollars of debt. That's insanity, okay? And you don't recognize that as a failure, as a complete collapse, as a societal failure, but you literally blame the fucking person that is trying to better themselves. And then you delude yourself into thinking that, like, the only reason why these guys want to fucking get debt and, like, go to college is so they can learn about, like, homosexual Marxist studies or whatever the fuck, you idiot. And also, of course, your debt is another person's asset. And that's precisely why it's so difficult to make changes like this. Student loans, medical bills, credit cards, Americans are drowning in a breaking $15 trillion in debt. Your debt also makes you more servile, subservient, more willing to take on jobs that you normally wouldn't, less willing to fight in your workplace for organizing your workplace in a way that allows you to get better benefits or higher fucking a higher percentage of the profits that you're generating for your corporate overlords. Okay? When you are saddled with medical debt, student loan debt, and debt of every different kind, you are more willing to just eat shit from your fucking managers. I'm new here, but other people on here just saying stuff they know is stupid to get a reaction out of you. Do they actually believe the complete opposite of what you're trying to explain? No, I think a lot of people believe the complete opposite of what I'm explaining. Yeah, no, I mean, welcome to America, dude. This is how it is. In America, people are so incredibly reactionary as a consequence of like steady Red Scare propaganda that they deny the realities that they're living in, dude. They literally are like, "No, I don't want you to fucking open my eyes to how I'm existing in this society. I don't want you to do that. It's making me very upset every moment that you explain my horrifying conditions to me. I don't want that. Fuck you. You are the villain for telling me how this is. And the guy telling me I too can be a billionaire. Actually, that guy who's exploiting my labor personally, that guy's the good guy. Okay? Actually blue pilled. What do you mean? I agree with you, but I feel like student loans are a tough issue to tackle. I've heard many people on the left get mad at the idea of canceling student loan debt because they had to pay debt. Yeah, those people are fucking stupid, dude. You're like a bad person, straight up. Sorry. Don't be a bad person. Be a good person. Okay. This idea that like just because you were fucked over and you want to continue that? What are you, a Republican? What kind of fucking psychotic shit is that, dude? I don't believe that person is a real leftist. Like, there's no shot you can have an empathetic worldview. Be like, I myself had to go through the struggle, so everyone else should as well. Pulling the trolley lever would be unfair to those it already killed. Yeah, I mean, they're just selfish. People who get mad about canceling student loan debts be like, I had cancer and beat it. I don't think we should have cures for cancer. Everyone needs to have painful chemo. Yeah. It's a perfect example of like crabs in a bucket. Just like, it's a perfect example. It's pure manifestation of like the hyper individualistic mindset that capitalist societies instill in you, okay? And normalize. That's it. And also, a lot of people are not really fucking leftists, so you have to remember that. And even leftists can be fucking selfish and stupid. So there's also another thing that you need to remember. As less cool finance adjacent bro accountant, this is 100% true. Best argument to give is the one based on the criticism of small government chuds when they complain about dividend income being double taxed. We take loans out to get higher paying jobs and in turn pay more taxes. Why am I paying more money to get taxed more? Yep. Also, the better off everyone is, the better off you are as an individual. So even if you think like that, it's fucking dumb. Yeah, there's no reason not to abolish like a big chunk of the fucking debt. There should be zero medical debt first and foremost. There should be zero student loan debt, straight up. Seeing this reasoning and seeing how people agree with it is making me realize why politics in America is so terminally brain dead. It's all a show for people. Actual issues don't matter for most people. It's just a spectacle. 100%. Of course, it is. It's pure spectacle. No one cares. And why should they? You know what? Does the Democratic Party care? No. I mean, they are responsible for this attitude, for the record. They're responsible for this attitude manifesting just as much. as the Republican Party is. I have zero debt. I'm terrified of taking a loan. It's become a battlefield of the trivial instead of real issues. They have us fighting a culture war so we don't fight a class war. Yeah, and it's comfortable. It's also comfortable to not push for systemic change. Systemic change is difficult and oftentimes make you feel like a failure. It's like black pill shit, right? Incels that want you to be black pilled give you sui fuel, suicidal, to instill suicidal ideation, because it gives you a brief moment of like liberation that you are at the whims of the system and there's nothing you can do about it. There's no reason to do self improvement. So it's like a little bit more freeing to basically hyper focus on like how shitty of a hand you've been dealt rather than trying to fucking better yourself and overcome these odds that you've been dealt. Now, the same attitude can be seen in culture war issues that people take on willingly. That's a battle that they fought before. That's a battle where there are clear battle lines that have been drawn, okay? People feel good and people feel bad when they fucking when they're able to fight for a cause that they believe in, for a team that they believe in. They can't do that when it comes to genuine, legitimate, world-changing, structural changes that require significantly more effort than just fucking yelling at someone and dogpiling on Twitter. They do it out of powerlessness. That's why they come in here and say, Hassan, you are so fucking rich. Fuck you, you fucking piece of shit. You're a rich socialist. That's a contradiction. Socialism is a poverty cult. That's because that's what I heard, and that's what I know. I'm going to get mad at you instead. It's like, dude, I just want you to have healthcare, man. I don't give a fuck if you hate me. I don't give a fuck if you want me dead. I don't give a fuck. I just want you to have healthcare. I want you to live a fulfilling life. I want you to have at least a fucking crumb of the experiences that I have experienced, okay? I'm incredibly fortunate, and it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be that like only the few fortunate that come from affluent backgrounds get to experience the bountiful pleasures of living in the richest country on earth, okay, and the richest country throughout history.